All right, fifth graders, chapter 25. As Lupe was leaving the hotel, a car pulled in and someone got out. My dad and I out to greet her. It was another immigrant. My mother's face softened when she saw it was a woman this time. Aunt Ling was a friend of Uncle Lee's, and she was so famished she practically inhaled the dumplings my mother made at dinner. Eat up. There's plenty here, my mother said, even though I knew that wasn't really true. In between bites, the woman told us where she'd been working, at a nail salon down in Irvine, California. Irvine, my dad said. That's supposed to be nice. Isn't that by the beach, my mom asked. Well, I never got to see it, Aunt Ling said. I spent the entire time hunched over, kneeling on the floor. She told us how she would hold the hands of wealthy American women as they came right in front of her about their Chinese maids and how they were probably taking things because don't they all steal? It was like I wasn't even there. They didn't even see me, she said. I was just a nail clipper to them. My mother reached for Aunt Ling's hand. Well, we see you, she said. My mother and I led Aunt Ling over to room 1, our best room. Aunt Ling was so touched by our hospitality, the next day she insisted on doing my mother's nails. Oh, that's very nice of you, but it's not necessary, my mother said bashfully, tucking her hands under her armpit to hide them from Aunt Ling. Let me see, Aunt Ling insisted. Don't be shy. Yeah, Mom, come on, let's see, I said. Reluctantly, my mom put her hands out in front. We gasped. My mother's once shiny, smooth fingernails were now dry, yellow, and rough. The cleaning supplies she used every day to clean the rooms must have somehow seeped through her gloves and into her nails. Her nails were practically melting off her hands. It's been like this for weeks, my mom said, tears coming to her eyes. I don't know what to do. It's all the Ajax and bleach. Don't panic. I know just the thing, Aunt Ling said. She got up and went into the kitchen, where she grabbed a lemon from the fridge and baking soda from the cupboard. Next, she filled 2 bowls of warm water. She put the baking soda in the bowls and soaked my mom's hands in them. After half an hour, she lifted each hand up and scrubbed the nails with the lemon. I watched as she worked, scrubbing and drying, polishing and cleaning. When she was finally done, nails looked transformed. She was able to get rid of most of the roughness, and what she couldn't get off, she covered up with a coat of glossy red nail polish. My mom was beaming. Quick, take a picture, my mom said. I smiled and kneeled down before her and Aunt Ling. I pretend clicked with my finger as my mother held her beautifully manicured hands out to the camera. Eggplant, I said. As we waited for my mother's nail polish to dry, I asked Aunt Ling where she was heading to next. Sacramento, she announced. There's some new nail salons opening up there. You're going to Sacramento? I asked. One of the addresses from the ledger was in Sacramento. I leaped out of my chair and I raced over to the front desk to get the ledger. Can you do me a favor? Can you swing by this address? I need you to check something for me. Aunt Ling promised she'd go by the address when she got to Sacramento. If the Thunderbird were there, she'd call me right away. Before she left, she asked my mom whether she could tell any of her friends about it. They could really use a place to stay. Their boss gave them the boot, and they're living out of their cars, she said. Oh, that's hard, my mom said, grimacing. We've been there. My parents exchanged a look. The only thing is our boss, Mr. Yao, my dad said. He lives right here in Anaheim. Sometimes he doesn't come for weeks, though, I reminded them. He has motels all over the place. Aunt Ling put a well-manicured finger to her chin. You know what would be great? If you guys had a sign or something for when he's here? She thought out loud. You mean a don't come in sign? I chuckled. Yeah, but not something he'd understand, she said. A secret sign that only we understand. I looked around the front desk. My eyes fell on an old blue Yankees baseball cap. I picked it up. How about this? I asked Aunt Ling. Her eyes widened. Yes, she exclaimed. That's perfect. That's the end of chapter 25. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the book. Have an amazing day.